Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for the podcaster that's here to take your mind off of stuff and keep you company so you could fall asleep. And that's the guild I'm a member of is the Sleepy Guild, or my specialty. It doesn't get portrayed in role-playing games, except for Kentucky. That's not like a Kentucky Route Zero. KRZ, you could find a little snooze in there. But most video games, believe it or not, are role-playing games, or even like Tales Told, don't have... I mean, they usually have a character... Well, I mean, sometimes there's a character that's not super interesting. Usually they get edited out for good reason. But in this case, I'm the character, and I'm actually here in some sense along those traditions and lines to be a misdirection, to take your mind off whatever's keeping you awake. I'm someone that's outside of yourself. I don't have, I'm not, there's no storylines involving you, other than you getting comfortable and getting the rest you need, because there's no storylines involving you because you're important and your sleep is important. And my job is to just keep you company and take your mind off of that. This show is very different though. So if you're new, just give it a few tries. It does take some getting used to for most people. It's just because I'm supposed to just be a friend talking to you and putting you to sleep. So that's, yeah, I mean, I think that's, what else do you need to know? If you loathe the show, if you can't already loathe me, if you already loathe me, if you can't stand me already, I'd still say give it a few tries, but if you already know, sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you has other sleep podcasts on there that you could check out and sleepy stuff. So you could just do that. But I'm glad you're here. What we got is support, so you get to listen for free. Sponsor support enables that. Then a long, meandering intro, separate from the support. That's the part that eases you into bedtime, gets you ready for bed. And then a bedtime story. Tonight will be coverage of the web series The Guild. And, so that's the structure of the show, and that's what we got coming up. I'm glad you're here. And these sponsors are how we're able to do it for you. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots reading through of people who would, in their right mind, would support a free podcast, right? Why would anyone be a rebel with the cause? It is a rare thing. Rosie said, I'm one of the rare listeners who loved the show from the first time I listened. I became a supporter after the first time I listened. Why? Because it entertained me, distracted me, and helped me relax enough to fall asleep. Still a supporter all these years later. And it feels great to support the show. I never want the show to end, so I'm happy to support it. Good sleep is priceless, and I love the humor and wisdom, the compassion, the normalizing of brain bots. And my favorite thing to listen to as a boar friend or a boar bestie is the all intro episodes. And they also said, I have a memory of an intro of you involving you walking on peaches, but I never heard it again. Well, thanks, Rosie, for supporting the show. Couldn't do without you. If you are like Rosie and you want to be a rebel with the cause, support the show at sleepingpodcast.com/plus. But it's like anytime you sign up to support the show, you're supporting it already for thousands of other people. And you can do that at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Thanks. Everybody, this is Scoots here. This is our second episode of coverage of the web series, The Guild. So I'll be watching the last few episodes from season 1 and part of all of season 2. I don't know. Okay, so when we left off, it was episode episode 6, and Codex had answered the door, and Zabu's mom had come to the front door and said, well, hello, Codex. I would like to speak with my son. Now, remember, this is a sleepy version, right? And Codex said, whosoever shall you be? And she said, my word, where is my son? It was very Shakespearean. And let me get the closed captions turned on. So it starts off as every episode does. Codex is talking to the camera. She has some peas on her head, peas like frozen peas, because she said that conversation with Zabu's mother, Zabu, I was just watching the show. So one of those was Zabu, that I have trouble saying. So, but she said, yeah, that was intense talking to him, his mother, and Zabu's in the bathroom and his mom's speaking to him with a raised voice through the bathroom door. All night they've been doing that. But now it's quiet. Maybe they're both gone. Great news. Her bed is a little bit more made than normal. She's just came back. She went to check. She has a look on her face, very funny, and no resolution. Then we have the opening sequence. The theme music changes, it plays. I said changes because I was just watching season 2. And okay, now we're back to Codex. She has her door closed. Tink is babysitting Clara's kids, and that she doesn't have mothering instincts. And Vork is eating breakfast, and then Codex smells something. She goes into her kitchen, and Zabu's mother's making blintzes. She says she kind of apologizes, but not really. She says, yeah, I was very surprised. She goes, my son's wasn't home, and I couldn't find him, and then I tracked him here. And, I really believe in spending quality time with my son. Very good acting. She's very, she goes, so you both leaving soon? And she says, I finally convinced him your homely charm. Don't worry, he's packing. And she goes, Zabu came here by himself. She goes, Zabu? What, is that your pet name for him? And she goes, don't you know we play an online game together? That's his name. And then she hands her blintzes over, and she says, I'll go say goodbye. She goes back to her room, checks in, drama. Blade's posted a video on the forums, PR disaster, and our characters no longer are animated without clothing, not in alignment with our character thing. Zabu sits down, look what Blade's posted, and he's like nonplussed, I'd say. He's making his typical Zabu jokes. I guess this is goodbye. Well, thanks for visiting. And I'll talk to you on the screen, back where it's better for us to communicate. Go, okay, logging off. But then he stands on her bed, and then Tink is called to change some diapers, which is not really her thing. And diaper change? No way. I wasn't supposed to change any diapers. Blade's video is going to get us Nights of Good Love edition is plastered everywhere. And that episode comes to a close. And again, make sure, if you're watching these, check the, make sure they're appropriate for you, because this is kind of for, not for little kids, I'd say. Okay, we're back. Next episode. That's the tipping point, episode 8. And different stuff on Codex's bed. There's a big dog, like stuffed dog. She talks about Zabu and his mom. She talks about her ninja moves. My shirt's on backwards. So this is like funny. And she talks about being bold, taking control, and making it positive out of a negative, someone else's negative. And then the episode opens, and saying season 2 the changes. Okay, then we have Codex and Zabu talking about you got to take better care of yourself, practice self-care. He says, I got to go. I don't want to go with my mom. Your mom loves you, maybe too much. You got to go home. And he says, Codex, I can't drive. My mom's drove me to college every day for 4 years. And, every time I try to grow up, she's not ready for it. And the only place I can be myself is online. So important point, last week, she started reading Internet for Dummies. If she finishes that book, we'll have nothing left. And everybody was listening to that, the whole squad. So everybody heard that. Sorry, I left the mic open. Clara, when are you gonna come get your kids? She says, yeah, well, I was, like doing some exercise classes. Come and get them now. She turns the fan on. Then Blades logs in. Hi, hey, ha, ha, ha. I gotta say, meeting you in person was inspiring. Take that video down before you get us banned. And Blades says, well, I'm going to give away the guild bank to newbies. What do you say? Vork says, we're doomed. We're going to work this out, Codex says. We can beat a 10-team opponent when we work together. And then Zabu has an idea to get the video down. We just got to get past my mom. He says, help me. You're my only hope. Just like Obi-Wan, he calls her Codex 1. Meet us at Cheesy Beards in an hour. More pancakes. And get Blades there. And Vork's like, I'm not planning on that. Zabu's mom says, attend to me. They go out the window with the blintzes. The episode ends. And what do we got here? We're going through all the supporters. And then episode 9 starts. One problem with our escape plan, Codex says, you can't go out my window. It doesn't open all the way. So that was inconvenient. So we opened a heating vent, went through the crawl space. No, we went out the back door. I'm kidding. Why? I don't know why. But I couldn't let Blades ruin everything. That's all I have. And then she's like, I can't believe I just said that. Really good faces Felicia Day or Codex makes. So then we have the opening and the guild. Okay, we go to Cheesy Beards. It starts with Clara and Vork sitting at a table. I'm not exactly sure what Vork's brought. Somebody comes by, puts water down. Oh, he takes orange soda out of his vest. He asks for an empty cup. All this walking around, I forgot to carry all my things. Then Tink returns the children. She's wearing oven mitts to carry the kids. Never again. What did you have fun with Auntie Tink? Mom's having lunch, so we'll go play around the restaurant. Tink's on her DS, tons of newspapers. I say, okay, Zabu's has a plan. He's got a lot of newspapers. Blades comes in, and she says, sit down. We have a proposal. And I say, Tink, how'd you get him to come over there? And she says, well, I made him promises we don't have to keep. She says, okay, anyway, let's get to the point. We want our money back. Negotiations aside, we're offering you a chance to apologize, Vork says, and take down the video, give the money back to the guild. Well, we thought you'd say that. So Zabu and I drove around and got every copy of this, which is like his child modeling, a picture of him child modeling. And he's kind of working for like a Hickory Dickory Farms type place. So, yeah, I cried in Codex's bathroom, so I owed her one. Zabu says, auto search. He has auto search set up on everyone he meets in reality. So that's how he recognized you. And I kind of know everything. So he knew your modeling alienist, Finn Smolders. What kind of name is Finn Smolders? My mom made me go to pay for college going to modeling. Then they find his headshots, which are pretty funny, and not very tough. We could all send these to your school newspaper, and what'll it be? And he says, he starts to cry almost. Fine, you guys win. I'll send the bank back to Vork. And I can't believe you noobs got me. Great. Grats, he says. And Codex is very happy. I think I'm going to be, I got tummy tum-tum. I don't know. I thought this was like, no one else feels good about it. We saved the guild, though, she says. And Tink just beat Mario. You're right, Codex. Yeah, it's too bad we had to hurt his feelings, but we can still make our 2 p.m. raid. Then Zabu's mother shows up, and he thought he had got rid of his tracking software. She goes, no, Zabu. We just, got past Blades. Now we have to help Zabu beat the scariest boss of all time, his mother. And that episode closes with, I assume, the season finale, this first season finale, which will be, boss level or something. Okay, Codex is having Pudding Cup, episode 10, big boss battle, dance off or whatever. She's having a Pudding Cup. I never really felt control of my life. That's why I like video games. So much easier to measure life in experience points. When I went to Cheesy Beards and saw, I had this surge of confidence, and I could take on something bigger and tougher than anything I ever had before because I had the guild as backup. Pretty cool. And this is really good pudding. So pretty cool, because she has the guild as backup. Okay, then we get the music again, opening the guild, and we zoom on his mom. Yeah, there's no way I can't stand up until my mom. She is a formidable opponent. This could be a group building exercise, Work says. Okay, what do we got? Well, she's talking and tough. Potions ready. Let me make the pull. I don't know what that is. She called me homely. They say, okay, we'll defend you. So they head out. They stand in as a team against her in front of her. And she says, I missed 3 Pilates classes because it's escapade of yours. Let's get in the car. She says, Mrs. Goldberg, Zabu has something to say to you. Can't you see? She says to her son, I don't know if you should, she breathes smoke out her nose when he stands up to her, fire in the eyes, Madam, Zabu is on record that he doesn't wish to go home. I can notarize a statement in writing. I have my own seal. I'm a notary republic. Sorry, this is family business. Your bald authority means nothing to me. And they say, okay. She goes, I like your dress. Clara says, I like your dress. How many unemployed people are you using, son? Listen, your son doesn't want to live with you anymore. I mean, my kids are pretty independent. And if you love him, just listen. I'm out of mana. But they say, good job, Clara. Then Codex says, yeah, he just wants to live his own life. You're stealing my son. She makes she comments on some of her dressing. Get off our healer. And she says, okay, son, I'm just trying to be the best mother I can. This isn't the first time this has happened, and I have had to get you out of trouble. Wait, what? Come home with me, please. She tries to thing, and Zabu's losing it. Please, please, please. Then she uses the electric slide. And then Codex says, no, Zabu, you have to make your own decisions. She's my mommy. It's his mind. Vork, you got to do something. Tears. And then Blades pops up and says, Zabu's mom, chill. I could replace Zabu as your son. She goes, thanks, but no thanks. I don't want another son. Clearly. My son, your son needs his own space. So they stun her, heal him up, Codex. Zabo, you could tell her. We're here for you. He says, Mom, I'm tired of you treating me like a little kid. I'm an adult, and I want to be able to do whatever I want, okay? So I love you, and, okay? I'm not going home. And she says, I'm going to rest. This is a little bit unexpected, but that's a fake. And she goes, don't bother changing your mind. I'm going to make your room into a sewing room. Goodbye. And she goes off, socially maladjusted, no way. And then Zabu says, just a second, Mom, how about a goodbye hug? And she says, no, thank you. Then we fade out, we fade back in. She's driving off. Is she gone? But there could be a respawn timer. Clara, where are your kids? Oh, yeah, right. Good question. And, hey, thanks for coming out. Thanks for popping up, Blades. Sorry about my attitude. I took my modeling stress out on you guys. Well, you fought well for the guild. Too bad she didn't drop any loot. Well, I'm the loot, like the jewel of the Nile, Zabu says. And that episode comes to a close. Let's just see what happens with autoplay here. Nothing. So we'll go. That's the end of season 1. But don't worry, season 2 is right here. Okay, so season 2 opens with Codex talking, and her and Zabu are doing laundry. She's definitely in a different place. Zabu's still here, which came in handy because we have to move out. Turns out his mom is in real estate, so I have to move no matter what. So been a great weekend, packing up my stuff, and he has nowhere to go. He's got no money. And we need him for raid DPS. I don't know what that means, but worst loot ever. So call right back. Improved opening. Really improved, actually. Like seeing it back to back. The animation's great. Not that the other animation was bad. It's just, like I know from bootstrapping it. Episode 1, Link the Loot. Okay, Clara's telling her kids a bedtime story or reading while she's playing the game and mixing it together. So a little bit of sleep with me. Cluck. Okay, get your character. Come on, we got to get to work here. Let's heal that spot, healing us all. Zabu, you're supposed to be playing in the kitchen. I can't. I'm cooking brisket in there. Well, I can't focus on there. Okay, well, we gotta work together as a team. Our performance is down, and I got 72% of in the air fryer of tater tots. Okay, Blades takes care of it. So they take it, and then they say, "Wait a second, that's they like go back and forth, giving each other a hard time. Here's the loot." Holy guacamole. They can't believe it's an orb of something, and everybody wants it. Now, this is interesting. Starts a new quest line. And, like, if you have the orb, you can change your hairstyle and hair color anytime you want. Only a 3% drop rate. Okay, who wants it? Start bidding. So... most people don't have any. I think it's between Tink and Clara. They're the only ones with gold available. And then just this Codex says, dude, you got to get online and find a job and a place to live. And he goes, what about the couch? And then Orb of a Narv or something. Okay, pink ponytails first. Clara's like, okay, let me see how much I have. Then we meet her husband for the first time with the kids. hey, we got to pack your car. We're getting ready to go to Vermont. Come on, we're leaving tomorrow. So your sister's getting married, remember? Oh, yeah, the wedding, right? Okay, whatever. Can't you pack everything and get the, toys? Clara's like, I wanted. Tink's like, I wanted the orb. The taters are not in good shape. Vork's looking at those. A lot more lighting and stuff like that. So then there's this funny moment. It takes place at 3:57 or so. It's like, so they start talking about a T1 line. And Zabu says, I could get a T1 line installed here, which is very fast. It's funny because I just got new internet, and it's like about half as fast as a T1 line if you're plugged directly in, which actually is helpful for uploading stuff. She says, wait, a T1 line? And then Vork's like, where are the bids? 30 seconds, and I mean it. This is serious. Clara's like, I'm trying to find where my points are. Blue Post-it. Then her husband's like, hey, honey, you want me to help you find it? He goes to open the gate, and he lets the kids into her room for the first time. They run to her mom. They're, Mommy. And then it's just like this really funny sequence. Meanwhile, Codex and Zabu are talking romantically about fiber optic cables. 1.54 megabits a second, so fast. While Clara's kids are messing up her computer stuff and unplugging stuff. 99.8% uptime. We can download every unicorn movie made in approximately 2.8 minutes, maybe 2.6. Clara loses her internet at the same time as Zabu and Codex seem to be about to kiss, enthralled in their discussions of T1 lines, like pretty close. And that's when we get cut back. There's this Robert Frost poem I learned in college, something about two roads and, I don't know, bad analogy. Anywhere there's a moment where Zabu was about to kiss me, and I totally froze because I knew what could happen next. It could be not a great idea. Choose your own adventure books I was never good at. I always picked the not good endings. So stressful. Exactly like that, but kissing. I need to look up that poem again. That's all Codex. So that's the start of episode 2. So they're going in for a kissy poo almost. Zero latency. And Clara's trying to get plugged back in. But Tink won the orb. She outbid everybody because everybody else was distracted. And Clara's not happy with her husband and the kids. Mom needs a moment. And Zabu's like, wait a second, I thought we were about to kiss or something. No, Tink was awarded the highest bidder. That's the rules, paragraph 24, section something. And Zabu tries to put RAM in his pants, 8 gigs of RAM in his pants. Thought the T1 line was romantic, but it's not. Talks about being buffed. And Codex says, let me try to explain this to you in a way you might understand. Like, this is it. You're a new character. You're alone for the first time in your life, living off of me. It's not cool. You need to be an independent man, major leveling up. So, head off, man. And he says, okay, you think I'm going to start? Okay. I'm a starting character. And then everybody's talking about, Clara's like, I can't believe I couldn't win that thing. I had to deal with my family. We followed guild procedures. Tink says, relax. And Blades is complimenting Tink. I thought Clara was a frost mage. The orb is bound to Tink's character. Okay, well, it's fine. I'll deal with my family. Codex, your quest is accepted. Zabu says, I'm going to level myself up and earn your love. And she goes, you're leaving? He goes, yeah, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, it's a long quest. So goodbye, my love. I will return. She goes, wait a second. I'm not stopping you. It's just that, where are you going to go exactly? And he goes, yeah, I'll find someplace with dial-up. She goes, dial-up? You can't do that. And my mom canceled my credit cards, so I can't do that. You can't, Zabu can't go somewhere where there's dial-up. Everybody tell him. He says, I have to step forth and blossom, so I can't be bothered by guild drama. Oh, no, that's what Vork says. Vork's mining gold, and as a freelancer for somebody else. Okay, so I got to get to work. I need to make that money because I spent much money at Cheesy Beards. And then she says, Zabu's got tons of gold. He's really good at gold things. He needs a mentor of work. He says, my ketchup keg is expired. Problem solved. You need a roommate. And Zabu needs, a mentor. So then we go back. Vork and Zabu rooming together is perfect. This is Codex talking to the camera. Okay, Vork wasn't sure first, but he finally came around after he got a screenshot of Zabu's Game Bank of 2 reference letters from Blades and Clara and some sort of, checking his score. Perfect. They have the same interests or interest. And getting Zabu out of my apartment priceless. I'm alone. I could run around the house outside of my robe. So she does that. 17 seconds, personal best. Makes a funny face. We get to opening sequence. And I like this team up. I think it's really well done of Zabu and Vork. It's just funny. I mean, it kind of seems like it's going to go one way, but it kind of goes the another way. So first they're looking for Vork's place, and he's trying to, he's like always about, his place is not super clean on the outside, but that must have been by design. So they knock on the door. He says, before you could come in, you got to sign all these paperwork. He has an Oxford shirt on, and Zabu's changed clothes for the first time. NDA to enter a house. Vork says, I require everyone to sign it hypothetically. And Zabu loves it. He says, great, I'm already blossoming. Let's come inside. He goes, usually I don't have visitors. My grandfather used to live here, and Zabu's already getting comfortable. We can hang out. Is this the room we're going to hang out in? He always says yes, I guess, because, so it's funny. So then they walk through the living room, and Vork says, this is my bedroom. If you enter it, you're not welcome there, so don't ever come in my room. This is the bathroom, parametered, he says. They said, this would have been your bedroom if there was an architect, but he goes, that's not objectionable, so let me show you. He goes, that's a room filled with functional items people throw away every day. Rent's due on the 15th, 300 pieces of gold transferred to my character, 400 pieces of ore for a deposit, 200 non-refundable. Why is there ice in your fridge? Ice is cheaper than electricity, he says, because I'm a non-paid professional guild master, but got to keep it thin. But Zabu's like, I'm cool with this. He goes, you'll be living with the birds. So he has quite a bird collection. And he also has like a children's daybed for Zabu to sleep in. These aren't pigeons, these are squab. Glad for you to meet them. And Zabu's totally comfortable. He lies down in his children's day bed and gets comfortable. And he goes, well, how do you get online, though? Then they go out back. There's something called Daddy's Doghouse, which is like a shed. Technically belongs to the house behind us. But I moved it back 3 inches. Now it's completely on my property. My fence every couple months. So excellent Wi-Fi connection next door. So that's like where he's been playing from. Zabu, you owe me 300 gold pieces. Yes, can do. But then Kodak says, you're like a puppy. I'm not sure I can leave you in this new home. And he goes, oh, you're really concerned, huh? And he goes, did it work already? And she goes, no, that's not what I mean. And he goes, we have a 2 p.m. Adventure. Make sure you give him food and water twice a day. And he says, Codex, you're still my primary quest line. And he says, all right, let's do this. But then he's also like searching like, hey, how to be charming.com. Codex runs back into her place to make sure the 2 p.m. appointment. She runs up the stairs and she bumps into her neighbor. And he like is first it looks like he like had to tie a shoe. But we see that's the end of that episode. So that's the end of episode 3, quest accepted. Then we go to episode 4, heroic encounter. And she talks about in-game adventures. It's not a form of sublimation. Rent check. No, I'll take everything on. She goes, theoretically, I'm a vegetarian. I'm strict. She goes, so like when I saw this guy needing help tying his shoes, first I didn't want to help, but part of me did. Like I just, like I was cool. And then she does a thing from Kids in the Hall, like where you put like your fingers over your eye. Okay, then it opens, and we have the guild. Watch the guild. She sees him with his shoe untied. She says, are you all right? Do you need some help tying your shoe? And he like ties his shoe without his hands. She goes, how'd you do that? He goes, oh, I'm playing a role tomorrow. Wade away, apartment 20, stunt guy, cool. He goes, yeah, I can do stuff like that. He goes, like extreme walking and stuff. She goes, I'm Codex, Sid Sherman, 16. Right, you just moved in with your hubby. No, that's not my hubby. Temporary roommate situation. Well, he said you were the Shermans and flatware patterns in the registry. And she goes, that was just a joke. He's not here anymore. He's just a friend. Just a friend, by the way. Misconceptions. He goes, that's cute. She goes, I don't know how to respond to that. And she goes, I'm sorry, I got to go. I'm late for an online appointment. Sorry, I got to go. She's a little speechless. And he goes, see you around, Red. And then he does like this action move, which is very cool. She waves with her fingers, and it's like, holy cow, I'm late for this 2 p.m. action. See her new room. Same bedspread, though. Bed laid out in different direction. Zabu's talking about his strategies. Please don't disturb my Excel loot tables. And Tink is not happy about the orb because she needs to do a lot of farming to make it work. And then she kind of realizes something. First, she is like, oh, I'm not dating my boyfriend anymore. And then Kodak's like, okay, I need to have a quick talk. Claire's family had a wedding without her, and she busts out a beer. So then we separate the guild. So it's Blades, Vork, and Zabu talking, and it's very Zoom-like, actually. And Codex talks about the stunt guy, and they say, okay, well, they're actually being supportive. She goes, I've never, like he has muscle tone. She goes, so it's kind of unusual. And they say, okay, well, interesting. What do you think is going to happen? And she goes, well, he needed help tying his shoes, and then he tied his shoes without using his hands. And they say, holy cow. Then Vork Zab was like, what do I need to do to get people to like me? And Vork doesn't want to talk about it. Blade says, you give people a hard time. That's how you get people to like me. And I say, okay, well, I have like Lynx hearts and I have other components I could give away. And Zabu says, that's not working for me. And Vork says, this isn't like a long-term thing. And it's not going to work. So it's kind of like these two, like Blades, I think, decides he has a crush on Tink and he's going to get her to like him. And Zabu's still trying to get Codex to like him. But then also Codex is like confused about this stunt guy, Wade, right? And Kalara's like, I told my husband to go like to the wedding because I didn't want to go. I made up a lie actually about something. So my husband would have to take the kids because they're flower girls. And you skipped your sister's wedding? Like, lie and good things will happen. And I say, okay, let's get back to the game. Mommy needs an orb. Okay, no, we're doing 2 to 4. We're doing action as a team. So then she opens up another computer so she can do her farming. Then Blades offers Tink help with her farming. He goes, oh, yeah, I could totally help you. She goes, okay, great. That'd be terrific. And she's kind of faking nice. Then something else pops up. What if Vork just said right in the middle of the guild hall? Oh, it was Clara. She faked him out so that they couldn't go on their thing. Season 3 coming August 2009. All right, I think we got time for one more here. So this is Watch the Guild. Night's good. Okay. So then Codex is like, yeah, I'm not really handy flirting, right? And I'm not really I'm just not good at it. I'm like kind of like Scoots. And she goes, after getting used to Zabu's bolder statements of interest, I couldn't tell the read on the stunt guy anyway. Were we flirting or were we just, friend? Like, I don't know. She makes a face. The opening starts. And we see all the characters and watchtheguild.com. And, of course, the music. Then, of course, Vork's making food in multiple food-making machines. Zabu's working out without a shirt on, embracing the tiger within, and kind of talking about masculinity into the mirror. He's using giant mustard containers to work out with. And he goes, yeah, I'm learning on the internet what it means to be tough. He's got gloves on. Number 1, buff it up. That's the number 1 advice on the internet. Get muscular. And also, I know she used to play, He-Man, with, so he's like, I'm trying to become a He-Man. He can't even hold on to the mustard, though. And he goes, this is really awesome, working out. And he goes, Vork goes, as a reminder, this morning, he goes, so you need to start showering at the gym, not in my residence. And he says, 10-4, goes, but we're having the time of our lives. 300 gold. Vork gets taken out, so they can't go on any missions because Clara's trying to, she's partying home alone. Teaser for Tots knows my schedule and is always waiting for me. So, using a NASA simulation program to figure this out. And Zabu's like talking about archery or golf, some kind of let's get sporting together. You and I have work, this chest bump. And he goes, please don't chest bump me. And we cut back to Clara. She is, oh no, this is Codex is playing violin, or she's getting ready to, and she's trying to play the game. 200 mushrooms for my orb quest. Tink needs her homework done. So she's having Blaze to her homework. But she seems to be just, Blades is doing your homework? Yeah. But I'll send my best wishes e-card maybe. Can't make him do stuff for you. She says, you're the one to talk. You got Zabu to move in with Vork. She goes, yeah, I had to. She goes, yeah, but you made him think that you might like him. She goes, it's different. And she goes, come on, like, do you need to take a biology test? So that's all she talks about. Tink kind of lays out her philosophy of life. And she goes, are you for real? Yeah, I'm for real. And the stuntman's home, he drives a motorcycle. Okay. Like, let me know the whole log, everything. Get out there. She goes, we're in the middle of clearing this orchomythig. 2 heads. She says, Kodak, go in there. It's more important. She goes, yeah, I guess there's no downside other than tears for a rainy day. So she takes her violin with her. Oh, and she opens her door, and so she's faking violin playing as he walks by. But he's like still in, it's pretty funny. He's in wardrobe still for a movie. So she's like, what's with that wardrobe? He goes, this is wardrobe for a movie where I'm in it, action movie. So it's action wardrobe. She goes, are those, what are those? She goes, are those pants or shorts? She goes, neither. And she goes, are those board shorts? Those are longer than board shorts. So they kind of have a disagreement over where he's wearing pants or shorts or long shorts or short pants. And she goes, I'm not comfortable with like things that aren't pants and aren't shorts. He goes, well, it's a wardrobe. And then they start talking about the online game. He's like, online gaming? Oh, you're kidding, right? That's not really a thing. You wouldn't play an online game. You know, that's for people like in The Simpsons, like, and he goes, maybe my roommate does have a gaming console, though. So maybe you could check it out. But she's still like, I can't get over these pants shorts you have. And he goes, go ahead, touch the cuffs. Why don't you measure and see how long they are? And she goes, this is just not my thing. And she goes, this is giving me a tummy tum-tum, trying to figure out whether you're wearing pants or shorts. And so she gets a tummy tum-tum, and the episode actually comes to a close with that. And I think that's where we'll close as well, right in the middle of the season there. We'll be back with more season 2 and season 3 soon. Good night, everybody. All right, I want to thank everybody for the show on Sleep With Me Plus recently. Sandra, Corey, and Catherine, thank you. Thanks, and good night. Jessica, Caitlin, and Juliet, thank you. Thanks, and good night. Josh, Matt, and Kristen, thank you. Thanks, and good night. Penny, Ben, and Mark, thank you. Thanks, and good night. Caitlin, Ann, Michelle, and Thomas, thank you. Thanks, and good night. Elizabeth, June, and Laura, thank you. Thanks, and good night. Alistair, Rebecca, and Devin, thank you. Thanks, and good night. Jennifer, Gabrielle, and Danielle, thank you. Thanks, and good night. Thomas, Vivian, and Dominic, thanks, and good night. Siobhan, Jenna, and Joaquin, thank you, thanks, and good night. Thanks everybody who supports the show directly. Couldn't do without all of you. Really appreciate the support. And you can support the show directly on Sleep With Me Plus, on Apple Podcasts, support our sponsors, or support the show for free by spreading the word about the podcast. Thanks, and good night. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots, just running through people who support the show, not just for themselves, but for you, anybody that chooses not to support the show or just isn't in a place where they can support the show. But if you're wondering when you support, if you've been putting it off, or you're on the fence, or you're meaning to do it, remember, like these listeners I'm reading through, when you support the show for yourself, you get a lot, something designed, particularly if you listen all night long, you fall asleep fast, you listen multiple nights a week, you have favorite episodes. You're going to get the best listening experience on Sleep With Me Plus, because all the podcasts on Sleep With Me Plus are designed with people like you in mind and how you like to listen to the show. And that's what we built Sleep With Me Plus for super listeners, for people that have an opinion about the show and have a certain listening style. But then you also get peace of mind. If you do count on the podcast, you don't think you could replace it with something else, it's going to be there. And on top of all that, you're a part of something way bigger than me, way bigger than you, that has a positive impact. The reality is thousands of people's lives for each supporter. And so I'm going to read through these ones. The first one is from Rosie, who was one of the rare listeners who loved the show from the first time they listened, became a supporter after that first listen. Why? It entertained me, distracted me, and helped me relax enough to fall asleep. Still supporting the show. I never felt any obstacle to supporting the show. I started supporting it. I support other sleep podcasts, and I always return to Sleep With Me. And it feels great. I want the show to never end, so I'm happy to support it. Good sleep is priceless. I love the humor and wisdom, compassion, normalizing of brain bots. And my favorite is all intros, that Bore Besties and Bore Friends get a feed full of all intros that come out twice a month in addition to the all intros we regularly put out. And I feel like you do a great job at communicating, connecting people with the support team for tech help. And I have a memory of an intro involving walking on peaches, but I never heard it again. Well, thanks, Rosie, for supporting the show. Next up is Sherry, who started listening to the show after reading an article in a magazine in 2015. And I started listening to the free show, but my use was sporadic, which is kind of a normal way to listen. And I had a big uneaten, not easy life event. And I knew I would need much more support in all caps and would listen all night long as I went through this. Scoots was the best boyfriend I could ask for. I knew I needed to support something that was supporting me so much. And my biggest obstacle was cost when I didn't support the show. Even then, absolutely everything I wanted to support the show. But at the time, cost stopped me. But I feel great now being able to make a difference, not just in my own life, but in the lives of others, including everyone who works to bring the show to people listening, and that made me feel great. My favorite thing about this podcast is how easily it sends me off to sleep and helps me, keeps me asleep. Allows my brain a break from all this overwhelming stuff I'm dealing with, so I can go through that process and get a good night's sleep and resume processing things during the day. And I do have everything set up. My favorite is the regular ad-free episodes. I also enjoyed the readings of Frankie and Victor. Victoria, I was thinking of Victoria. She's on the ride in Universal. Sorry, tangent there. And I think you're doing a great job of communicating. The first time I listened to the podcast, I fell asleep. I adore Scoots and everything related to the show. Thanks. And last, we're going to run through Ruth. Hey, I'm Ruth. I'm an Italian woman, and having a kind and funny boyfriend in the deep, dark nights when it happens I'm awake is invaluable. I'm over 50. I've always suffered from insomnia since I was a child. No one was ever there with me until Scoots arrived. He makes the night less deep and dark, less lonely. He makes me smile. He's adorably goofy, and that's what I like the most and makes him different and standing out. The tone, continuous talking. This is great for falling asleep. Besides this, a humble and kind, nice, a real loving attitude towards human beings. I feel like he deserves my gratitude and my support. I understand Scoots involves a lot of time and energy into planning and effort to produce this wonderful podcast, and I want to give something in return for this. I will always be grateful to our common boar bestie for his support to us during our sleepless nights. Thank you, dear Scoots, and I want you to be able to be here for a long time, ready to come and rescue me on those hard but no more lonely nights. And I'm still currently supporting the show, even though I don't listen to it as much nowadays. I don't want it to stop. It reassures me to know that Scoots is there in case of need. And I feel like I'm recognizing the value Scoots provides by supporting the show. My favorite thing is that Scooter makes me smile, and his voice is smooth and grateful in a super calming tone. And it sounds like Ruth doesn't even listen to the Sleep With Me Plus content, but if you do, you could set it up. So thanks to everybody that supports the show, Sherry, Ruth, and Rosie in this case. If you relate to any of that, there are other ways to support the show. You could spread the word about the podcast and be surprised by Scoots. You could spread the word about something else that's important in your life other than Sleep With Me. You could support the show directly, because when you do, if you're a super listener, you get the best possible listening experience, but you also, you're a part of something bigger. I think I already said it. But those are huge way. Letting people know about the show is a huge way. And yeah, if you want to be surprised by Scoots, tag me or send me an email. Maybe get a free, if you can't afford to support the show, reach out, spread the word. And if for some reason you just can't support the show, like financially, or you just can't do it, you can't spread the word about it. I know there are people out there, you just say, I can't do either one of those. Or I think there's more people say, I'm not going to do either one of those. We do have a scholarship program too, so you could email me through the contact form on our website, share with me, and I can try to, and we have listeners willing to support the show. But the reality is, if you're listening to this and you support the show for yourself, you're already supporting it for other people. So, when you sign up, let me know, and I'll make sure that when I hear from the people that aren't in a place, whatever the place is, where they can support the show financially, or I'm not comfortable supporting the show by spreading the word either, I'll make sure your support goes to one of those people. So you're supporting it for you and a lot of other people too. Thanks, and good night. Oh, by the way, you could always, the best way to support the show's on Sleep With Me Plus. That's at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. I can't believe I forgot that. Thanks.